name is Amelie Zilber. Today we are playing the picture game on Young Hollywood, and we will be talking about my new character on the season of Grownish.
What's up, Young Hollywood? Today we're with Amelie. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. I'm obsessed with this decorative situation, and I would like to mimic it for my own home.
Are you good at decorating, do you think? Do you like style and like that kind of stuff?
I have a Pinterest of like multiple genres of decorative like accoutrement, but my mom is my mom is right there. She's the decorative queen, and I feel like it's like a hand-me-down of her decoration style.
And we're by the beach. We're right in Santa Monica.
Yes.
So, do you live on the beach?
I live in West Hollywood area.
Okay, so you're on the beach a lot.
I am on the beach a lot, yes. We have a family home in Malibu.
Gotcha.
So it's right on the beach. Our dogs love it.
Oh.
It's home.
Well, we're so glad to have you on Young Hollywood because our audience has been asking forever to have you on.
Yay.
And so when we got the confirmation, we're like, oh my gosh, and we have something very exciting to talk about. Now you've been posting a trailer for a long time.
Yes.
Your selfies and your stories. So how do you feel? The world knows you're gonna be in Grownish.
Woo! It's so exciting. I feel like I've been giving lots of like subtle hints about what I've been doing, posting in a trailer being one of them. Yep. But I started filming a couple months ago. We've started filming in March all the way up until last week, so up until August. It's been such a whirlwind of emotions. I've genuinely become so in love with like all of my cast members. They're beautiful, beautiful humans, and we've become so close. We're like such a cute little family, and the crew is fantastic. I honestly had like the best time of my life. Yeah. I gave like a speech. I don't know why they made everyone do speeches, but when they were like, and that's a season wrap on Amelie, everyone was like, speech, speech, speech. So I did a little speech, and I remember saying like, I felt like I was going to summer camp. Like every day that I was on set felt like summer camp. And when it was over, it was like kind of the culmination of a period of my life where I really bonded with everyone around me and like woke up so excited to go to work. And I don't know, it was really just the best time. Yeah.
Was it hard keeping a secret because obviously you were enjoying it so much, but you can't really tell anybody about it?
Yeah. So the thing about Grownish is it has a very like distinct lead cast. Yeah. Like the lead cast member came from Blackish, and like Yara and Marcus. They're kind of like the two leads of the show, and not being able to like, we have so many cute photos that we all took together, and not being able to share any of that content was definitely difficult because we have all these like TikToks and selfies and film camera pictures that we've been wanting to post for forever, but we couldn't because people would obviously know that we were like on the set of Grownish. So it was difficult, but I don't know, it was okay. We kind of just like reveled in there's almost something really unique about like experiencing something completely offline. Yeah. Because I feel like a lot of the times we live in an internet culture where like we want to share everything.
Time, so you like just post as it goes.
Yeah, and like everyone gets to see what you're doing, but this was like kind of just our thing.
It's
and,
your little thing. Like,
the world didn't know.
Before the world knows about it.
Yeah, and that was really special too. Yeah.
Well, the world's in for it because I imagine you have so many TikToks and
we
everything
have so much content. I'm like, I don't even know how to post this. There's too much.
Well, speaking of content and pictures, so we're gonna play the picture game.
Yes.
So we have a bunch of pictures of you from your Instagram. So we screenshotted them, and on the back of them is a question. I'm gonna ask you the question, and then you'll answer. Okay? So we're gonna get to know you a little bit better and also your Grownish experience.
Perfect.
Okay. So first one, the trailer selfies. We love that.
Yes.
So how did you find out that you got cast for Grownish?
That is a good question. So yeah, this was like, I had to block out the name because it wasn't yet common knowledge. But I auditioned, so I have been training for acting for like, I was training a couple months prior to when I got this audition, but I'm the type of person that really doesn't leave anything to chance, and that's like the motto that I live by. So I was training really, really intensely, like 5-6 classes a week, 12 hours of training a week. Like I really, if I was gonna go for it, I was really gonna go for it. So I actually told my agent, I'm at UTA, and I was like, I think I'm ready to audition. This was at the beginning of March. And she was like, okay, great, good to know. She sends me an audition. It's for Grownish. I'm like, wait, I love this show. I already watch it. I'm a fan. Yeah. Obviously, it's my first audition, so odds are horrendously low for me to get this. But you know, might as well try. And I sent in the audition, and then I was actually with Yara at a Dior Beauty event when I got like an email from my manager the following day after I sent in my audition. They were like, they actually need a video of you singing, like
singing
by tonight. And I was like, okay. So then I went home, sat on my bathroom floor, sent a video of me singing. I really don't like sing publicly, but it's been something I've been doing like to myself and to close friends and family for my whole life. Sent a video. The next morning they were like, they absolutely love you. You have a session with the producer director like tomorrow. And I was like, what?
What is
okay.
going on?
So then they gave me new sides, like a new script, and I memorized it and worked on it. And then I went on and they loved me, and I actually got the confirmation when that next photo was taken. But yeah, I got it. It all happened so fast. It was such like crazy. Like that doesn't happen that you just like book your first audition. It was just coincidence and luck.
And you love the show.
And I loved the show.
So like not only did you book your first audition, you actually booked a show that you're familiar with, you love, and you would want to be in it.
Yes, 100%. It was so freaking cool, and it all happened so fast. I was like, I don't know, to cry, to laugh, to smile, like I don't know what's happening.
That's so awesome though.
Yeah, it was so awesome. Cool. It was really cool.
Yeah, I have a million other questions, but we need to address these ones. So, okay. This next one that you mentioned, okay. So you go to all types of events. Everyone always comments about you have the most stunning dresses and all your fits. How long does it usually take you to get ready for an event?
Oh dear, that's a bit embarrassing. So this was taken at the Oscars actually. And this is a Dior and Tiffany, Dior dress, and then I'm wearing Tiffany jewelry, both of which at this point now in my life, I'm global ambassadors for both, which is really cool. But yeah, this probably took like 3 hours of preparation, not to mention the fact that like the mental preparation takes a whole day, because I have a lot of social anxiety, and being in public spaces, like
the Oscars.
Yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot to wrap my head around, so it's a whole day prep. Yep. It's a whole day prep. But the actual hair and makeup actually takes like 3 hours. And then we have to carve out like 30 minutes for content, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah. And this was my birthday. So
everything about that day was amazing.
It was just perfect. Like I got the role of Grownish, I was going to the Oscars, I was wearing 2 brands that I'm now the global ambassador of, and I was like huge fans of at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Nothing
just
better
perfect.
than getting dressed up when you know, like obviously no one else really knew about Grownish. So like the information you had, you're just like happier to be somewhere.
It was like, it was so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect day.
Perfect day indeed.
Okay, back to the trailer. Your top 3 items that you had at all times with you in your Grownish trailer.
Oh, there was a lot. So, okay, a phone charger. And an iPad charger, like just charger in general. Because we spend like so much time, like you go and you film, and then they have to like change the setup and like adjust everything. And sometimes that means they have to like build a wall because that's where the camera was. So sometimes it takes like 30 minutes between setups. And I gotta have my devices, and I also read on my iPad. So a charger for sure, because by 2 p.m. it's like gone. We get there at 4 in the morning. By 2 p.m. there's no battery left. And my iPad for reading, obviously. I find it a lot more convenient to read on my iPad rather than like actual page flipping books. Also because like I really can't commit to reading a whole book at one time. Like I read 20 pages, then I'm like, next book, 20 pages, next book. And then by the end of the month, I've like read all of them, but I just can't. I don't know, it's the like, short attention span that my generation suffers deeply from. And then the third thing is cookies.
Cookies?
Cookies.
Always, I'm always strapped with the cookies.
Oh, I always have to have them in my trailer, or like it genuinely affects my mood. I have to have white chocolate chip cookies.
White chocolate chip?
White chocolate chip cookies with me.
It has to be.
Oh, it has to be. Okay. Like I'll bend for a milk chocolate, but like.
But no.
But I'd really prefer to do white chocolate. Has to be with me at all times.
How many cookies are you eating a day?
Oh, a box.
Okay.
Like a box of cookies a day. My Instacart like charges.
And it's just the cookies, like.
Oh yes, I'm like Bristol Farms. Can I have 8 boxes of cookies?
Yeah. They're like, we don't have that many in store, and you're like, no, I need the cookies.
Well, I need them, so figure something out.
What a fun fact. Do people know you're obsessed with it?
No. Also, like in this photo, so Dior, one of the women who works at Dior, I told her when we were in Paris back at like the Dior show in March, early, like before I'd even gotten the audition, that I really loved like white chocolate cookies, and she was like, "That's so bizarre, but so okay, go off, queen." She sent me like 4 boxes of white chocolate cookies on my birthday, delivered to the hotel room before the Oscars.
Another great day. That picture's the best picture ever.
It's
like,
the same my
simply.
Life. No doubt about it.
Okay, we have Miss Dior. So you're quite the European girl. You're always traveling.
Thank you.
What has been your favorite Europe memory?
My favorite Europe memory? Oh goodness. There's so much. I mean, I'm French, so like my whole paternal side of my family lives in France. My father, my grandparents, my cousins, my uncles, like the whole shebang lives in Paris. So really memories can date back like all the way to my birth. But I would say when it's focused on like my recent times in France, when it hasn't been for family purposes and more for work purposes, I would say me and my boyfriend Blake just took a day where we just decided to like walk, and we didn't know where we were going, and we were like, we have literally nothing to do today. Let's just explore the city and go to these cafes and these shops, and we just like walked for the whole day and had the best time. And it was a really great, we had already been together for like a year and a half at that point, so we know everything about each other, but like we learned more about each other because you just really get into a space where it's just like the two of you in a prolonged period of time. And it was just like that kind of like picturesque, almost movie-like day.
That's so perfect.
It was really sweet.
Especially because you didn't, like you had, like when you have no plans and you pick to just do nothing, but like by doing something, it always turns out the best.
Yes, it does.
So cute.
It does.
Okay. We love a blonde moment now that you're back blonde.
Yes.
So you went dark.
I did.
Now you're back to blonde. Did you have to go blonde for Grownish, or why did we make our way back to blonde?
So I am naturally like this color, but I like being blonde. I just feel better about myself being blonde. I don't know what it is. I went super, super dark 2 years ago. Absolutely detested it, but like when you go dark, you can't go back to blonde right away.
Not easily.
No. So it took a process of like going back. And then for the first part of the season, Grownish is split up into 2 parts. So like first 9 episodes come out weekly for 9 weeks, and then there's like a couple month break, and then the second set of the 9 episodes roll out weekly. So for the first like 9, I'm my natural like brunette. Second set, I'm blonde, and I didn't have to do it for the show. If anything, I had to beg. I was like, please, please, please. And they were like, well, because we have that like mid-season break,
you're good.
You can.
Yeah.
So I got to go blonde, and I just felt so much just more confident within myself doing that, but no one asked me to. I just like, it's a requirement for my mental health.
I need to do this, thank you. Okay, speaking of your castmates that you love so much.
Yes.
What was your favorite thing about these 2 girls?
Oh, I love them. I love them. I could really go on and on. So Tara here, her jawline is so sharp. It's really the first thing I noticed about her. I was like, wow. But she went to MIT. She's just like, she's very much like me, a very like intelligent, hardworking, loves to love, good person. I was so blessed with these castmates because I know there's a stereotype that like it's so hard to make friends in LA, but especially in this industry, that stereotype does fall to be true. And I really like emotionally connected with both of these women. So Tara is, not to mention, hilarious. Like she's, I was gonna say knee slapping, but like that's, ew, not knee slapping. She's like rolling on the floor laughing, hilarious. And just so kind and intelligent. And Justine has the voice of an angel. She's a singer, and like I literally told her, I was like, can you sing a song and I will make it my ringtone or my alarm, like waking up in the morning, because it will just soothe me. She has the most angelic voice I have ever heard in my entire life, and she also is the type of person to like protect the people she cares about. I went to a party with Justine, and she knew a lot of the people there and I didn't, and she was like, no, you're just gonna hang out with me the whole night. Like she just introduced me to all of her friends and took care of me the entire night, and finding true friends like that is really, really rare.
Especially that situation is rare.
Yeah.
To have like someone stay with you at the party the whole time.
Yes, and like introduce
hey,
me
girl,
to her
have fun.
friends. Yeah, exactly. I really could not say better things about these two beautiful human beings.
You guys look so good together, by the way.
Like, I'm like, we should be Spice Girls.
Yeah, you should.
I mean, not Spice Girls. What is that? Charlie's Angels.
There you go.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
You need to do something there. Okay, next one. Was this during? No, this was in New York City, so this was not during your European trip. But what is your favorite thing? What is one thing you love the most about Blake?
I mean, he's really pretty. That's very superficial. But no, on a real note, he just has the biggest heart of anyone I have ever met in my entire life. Like, my family adores him. Everyone who meets him just falls in love with him instantly. Like, he just has, he's from Texas and he has this like southern charm to him, but he doesn't have like any of the political drawbacks of like most people who live in Texas. But he's just such a beautiful soul. Like, he really has so much love to give and cares so deeply about everyone. That's really, it's just like, he is just so kind. Like, that's an underrated fact about him, is he's just so
I need to put a southern boy.
I know. My mom was like, you're not allowed to date southern boys. I'm like,
well, here
incorrect.
I have of it. Okay, well, this one. So now that you have Grownish under your belt,
yes.
What is one other huge acting goal that you have?
Oh, that's a really good question. I mean, there's so much to explore. I think like the beauty of acting is that you get to tell stories, and obviously I'm super political, and something that I find really compelling about acting is the idea of telling stories through a narrative that people are willing to listen to. And a lot of the times, like when it comes to politics, people aren't willing to listen to facts, but when you tell them a story that has a political like subtext to it, they're a lot more willing to consider what you're saying and believe what you're saying to be true. So when it comes to acting, I really want to work on a piece that has social and political awareness like really deeply ingrained into it. Like, not necessarily like the movie Get Out, but like that was such a clear example of something with like subtext, or like The Hate You Give.
There was a bigger message behind it.
Yeah, I really want to work on a piece that not only challenges me as an actor to like draw deep into who I am in my core and like my political beliefs, but also something that can really change the way people perceived something before they walked into the theater and after they walked out.
Yeah.
You know?
And you're also like very big, brings up this picture right here, I'll just grab it.
Yeah.
So you're a huge activist, so you're using your platform more than just randomly posting, you know what I mean? Like, people definitely pride you for that. That's like, okay, she's using, because you have such a big following.
Yeah.
Like, not a lot of people will use that to their advantage, you know what I mean? To like spread awareness about like real life issues. So, speaking of this, you literally went to the White House, which is insane.
Thank you.
Do you think that, why is it, one, so important for you to use your platform the way you do? And second, would you ever be president?
Oh yeah. So it's really important for me. The reason I even decided to go on social media was because I wanted to reach a larger audience politically. When I was 12, I started this newsletter called the 2 Minute Times, and I would summarize the week's headlines in 3 to 5 sentences, like per story. So I would take 5 stories and just summarize it for people my age. Started that when I was 12. I did that for 6 years until I was 18. COVID hit, and I was like, why do I literally only have 5,000 subscribers after 6 years of sending out emails every Sunday and putting in like insidious amounts of work into it and getting like no return? So I was like, okay, TikTok is kind of happening. Yeah. Let's start posting political content, and I did, and it completely transformed everything about my life. Like, it's
insane.
Hard to think about, but my videos went viral. People were messaging me like, I grew up in a really Republican household and I'd never been exposed to different political views, and you've actually like inspired me to research more and learn more, and you're actually causing me to like change my perspective. And that was like why I got into it. That's the whole reason why I do what I do, is because I think that like education is really the foundation of everything politically in our country. And I got to go to the White House, and I got to speak with Pete Buttigieg, Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg, which was so cool because I actually was like, go Pete, go Mr. Buttigieg, for the 2020 election. He did not win that. I think he should run again though, but it was so cool. It was like such a, am I allowed to curse?
Yeah.
It was like such a mind. I was like, how is this even happening? How did I get here? I was 19 at this point. Like, how am I a 19-year-old speaking to like one of our world's leaders? Like, how is this happening? It was very cool. And why do I want to run for president? I don't know. I think like, I used to think my online presence would be a deterrence for any possibility of like me running for office in any type of way. But I think that like we're in a completely new era, and like anyone who runs for president by the time that I'm like age 50 will have an online presence. It's almost impossible to escape. So who knows?
Yeah,
I'd love to, but maybe not. I don't know. Time will tell.
Okay, we'll do 2 more.
Yes.
Okay, so these TikToks that you made of Madelyn Cline when you were in Paris, I think, went absolutely viral. What is your favorite thing, and do you watch Outer Banks?
Oh, I do watch Outer Banks. I watch it. I watched the first season, and then I met Maddie, and we like honestly just hit it off so well. And I was like, okay, well, I owe it to her to keep watching. Maddie is such a sweetheart. Like, do you know those moments where you're at an event or like at a party, and like two girls, like you just like take a friend, you go to the bathroom, and like
all of a sudden your best
loud
friends.
music, and and then it's late at night, and then you go to the bathroom and you're like, can I borrow your lip liner? And you come out of the bathroom and you're like best friends. And Maddie is such a sweet soul, and she also works so hard. She inspires me to be a better actress, and she's filming Outer Banks right now, and she has been for like ever, and I cannot wait for her to come home. By the time this comes out, she might actually be home.
Yeah.
But
welcome home.
Welcome home, Maddie. I can't wait for her to come home, and she loves to read, which is like so cool to find someone in this industry who like really loves to read and loves to like challenge their existing thoughts. I love her.
Love that. She seems great.
She is.
Okay, last one. This has nothing to do with Grownish, but you look really good.
Thank you.
Describe your Grownish experience in 3 words.
Describe my Grownish experience in 3 words. Exhilarating, exhausting, and like life-changing. Like I made the bestest of friends, and it really cemented in my belief system that like this is the path I want to follow. This experience really made it known to me that like this career is what I want to take on and who I want to be.
So it really was life-changing.
Yeah, it was.
Insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. The picture game. Love. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you for taking all these pretty pictures of me and
Oh,
showing
you
them
did.
to the world.
You literally did. Those were your pictures. We just reposted them pretty much like in the video.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a blast playing the picture game, and I hope you had fun watching it. If you want to watch Grownish, it's available on Hulu and Disney Plus, weekly episodes, and remember to subscribe to the Young Hollywood YouTube channel. Bye guys.